and let's go! Let's go! First part of the river, and also a strong start for some of our front runners. First part over the river and onto the first bank, going towards the first corner. We've got a runner out front already with a bit of a gap to him, but the green is coming back and trying to regain some of that gap. We're getting a bit caught there on the land side. We've got two front runners out in the lead. So you're still finding your way across the river. Everyone across the corner, give your biggest cheers for all of our runners going round the So many of you here today, 10 to 15,000 of you making your way down to the Maldon Mud Race to cheer on such a fantastic cause. And we can see strong lead out in front today. Here for 2026 has set the mark early and looking like at the moment they're going to set the pace for this Maldon Mud Race this year.
Well, last year they struggled.
Lots of people though finding their way onto their knees now, not upright. Still incredible that our front runner is still up on both legs and finding their way, coming towards then the final turn. And now got to look ahead and navigate to have to take on this next river section and have to get up the bank, but it's looking strong for our first place runner. Make sure you give a big cheer to the first place person coming over up to the river bank now. Looks like the gap is closing slightly though from our second place and our third place. Not too much in it, but it looks like the water's going to give a bit of respite to our first place runner. They're coming across the water now, only meters to go to take victory here in this Maldon Mud Race. Give a massive cheer in those final few strides over the River Blackwater, and now for the tricky part up the bank, which looks so easy, but it isn't at the same time.
Don't give up now, mate.
Looking back to see how far second and third are behind. I think they've got this one in the bag, and we're about to have our winner of this year's Maldon Mud Race come across the line. Congratulations to the Plume 2026 team. He's the winner of this year's Maldon Mud Race. Victorious. And meanwhile, we've got different teams making their way up through the field. You see the JR Rebel team have taken over the Plume 2026 team, and it looks like JR Rebel's going to come in at second place for this year's Maldon Mud Race. Big hand for our second place finisher. Not an easy feat also. The rest of our Plume 2026 runners coming across the start finish line now. Third place coming across the line now. Keep your cheers going for all of the competitors on the far bank out there, going through these series, wading through this Maldon mud. They're going to need all your support to get across the start finish line.
Go on, lads!
Place comes across the line. The JR Rebel team. Well done to the JR Rebel team.
I can't find her.
Coming through.
I wonder if she's still in that bundle there.
Haven't seen any fancy dress costumes.
Oh, there.
Through, but looks like we'll be getting a few of them soon. Wading away up the bank, and fifth place across the line. Well done. Sixth place across the line. Well done to our top 10 runners to be top 10 in this Maldon Mud Race. Very, very impressive indeed. But still so many of you out there on the mud banks. 350 entering today. This is our first main race. We'll also have our elite race, which is following this one after. So a first for the Maldon Mud Race with two separate races for the rest of your afternoon. That's our top 10 across the line then. So our first 10 runners for the Maldon Mud Race have made it across the River Blackwater. More from the Plume Academy team for this year. We've also got the Jay's charity have come across the line as well. Well done to them. And a close photo finish there from a couple of competitors that just came across the line, but it looks like they made their way into the top 15, top 20 places. Different strategies you're starting to see be employed now of people crawling down certain parts of the track and others just trying to stay up front and upright coming across the line. And we've got our first sailor coming across the line. Well done to our sailor competitor coming across the line for the Maldon Mud Race this year. Some on their knees to the finish line, but final pushes, make sure you keep your support up for the rest of our competitors out there for the Maldon Mud Race. They need your support the whole time going round and over the River Blackwater. We have some, I think that's Poe from the Teletubbies crew, roly-polying down one of the riverbanks here. Congratulations to Poe for getting into the spirit of it. We have the Mud, Sweat and Cry duck team coming across the line now. Impressive display from them, pedaling underneath. And the ducks take victory. They take it on the line. They snatch it from one of the Teletubbies. This is extraordinary. We have one of the Jamaican bobsleigh team that have just crossed the line as well. All of the team actually. Anything but cool runnings for them out there today for our Maldon Mud Race course. Bit different to the Winter Olympics, of course. Another of our JR Rebel teams. And must say as well, our support crew down here at the finish line doing a fantastic job to wrap up our competitors and look after them, keep them well watered, and our medical teams as well. The first time ever in Maldon Mud Race history, thanks to Worcester Bosch, hot showers after the Maldon Mud Race. So incredible support from them to help our competitors come across a very breezy River Blackwater here this year. A couple of our Q team competitors coming across the line here. Well done to the Q team. And Sarcoma UK runner coming across the line as well. Good to see support for Sarcoma out there today.
Oh, she's literally following the...
I can see a few choice words being said as they come across the start-finish line that I can't repeat on commentary for obvious reasons, but a hard-fought effort out there. We've seen the reverse rec team coming across the line as well. Big hand to them. We got one of the last of the Teletubbies making their way up the final bank to get across. Might be Lala, might be Poe. I can't remember all the Teletubbies off the top of my head.
That's her there, isn't it?
But we've got one of our Baywatch runners, lifeguards, also
you can do it!
To finish across the line. We've got bright blue hair. Congratulations to the blue afro, looking like a Smurf. We've got the rest of our duck team coming across the start-finish line now. Congratulations to the rest of the Teletubbies as well. Mud, Sweat and Cry are all across the line now. Congratulations to them, wading their way through the Blackwater here in Maldon. And some now just trying to find their way still around the final bend and onto the final bank here at Maldon Mud Race. We've still got a few lifeguards trying to make their way up out of the sticky, sucky mud here at Maldon. Doing their best to get through it. Just becomes an assault course, of course. Coming through all of the different textures as well, because the people that be towards the back of this Maldon Mud Race, yes, they would have had a bit of advantage from their competitors in front, making a bit of a path for them, but they've also then got to contend with trickier conditions when it gets towards the back of the field. They're being walking over the mud that was set down and so on and so forth. It becomes more and more difficult. Superwoman is across the line as well to take her place in this year's Maldon